Hello, you guys. It is Sunday, December 5th, and it's about 11 o'clock at night. And I decided I wanted to do a quick video. I've been thinking about the Police and Sting, and because I really do like the Police, and I really do like Sting. And I know Sting, he gets a rap for being about one of the most pompous people on the planet. I don't know if the guy's a pompous guy. He's sure of himself. He's a great singer. He's a great bass player, and he is a good songwriter. So, I suppose kind of like Paul McCartney, he's got, wow, very much like Paul McCartney when you consider he's the bass player and a lead singer, but and a great backing vocalist too. But Sting it's kind of a shame that he gets this rap for being a pompous guy. The guy is a super talented and really great musician, into many styles, and was a very important part of the Police, obviously, and of course his solo career is is undeniably quite significant, in the music community. And there's no question about it. This guy's a good player. And it all started with Last Exit, which is funny because it's not easy to find anything by Last Exit. I guess it's not easy to find any legitimate releases by Last Exit. At least I can't find anything by them. I did find a ton of material online. But this video is strictly for the Police. It's strictly their vinyl releases that I scored before the CD age hit and took over the market. All right, so so rather than sit here and go blah blah blah, I'm just gonna get straight to it. This should be a rather quick video, quite honestly. And we'll go ahead and just start off with the albums. And it's not like it's a huge discography. You got 5 proper studio albums, right? So here is their first one, which is Outlandos d'Amour. This is a British import that I scored. I was already into British imports when here's the back. I don't know if the domestic album cover looks like this. I know that the front of it looks basically like this. I know there were different colors. There was red, there were, I think, green, there was green, and I think there was also yellow. I believe that's correct. But I got a blue one. It doesn't really matter. It just is what it is, right? Great first album. I just played this. I think the reason that I'm doing the video is because I just played this, maybe 5 or 6 days ago. I worked all day and I figured I gotta chill out, and I cranked this up. And man, it felt good to hear this. It felt so good to hear this album. I love this album. And it's a really great start for a really great first album, I should say, for these guys. It was just so, the music on here is just fantastic. It is on A&M Records. I don't know if this is like an early pressing, a first pressing. I have no idea. All right, but there it is. It's in absolutely pristine condition. When I cranked it up, it felt so good to hear this, and it was very, very clean. You get a couple of pops and some noise, but it was really, it just sounded so good to hear this music blasting in my ears, and it felt good. I needed it. It was something I think I needed. Rather cathartic. actually. Definitely therapeutic. But man, what a great album. And I managed to keep it in pretty good shape. All right, then they put out Reggatta de Blanc. Now, I picked up this version of Reggatta de Blanc. This is A&M Records put out back in 79 or 80. Yeah, it must have been 79. I think when this album first came out, along with Joe Jackson's first album. A&M Records put this and Joe Jackson's first album out in these two 10-inch records package. Joe Jackson's actually is a gatefold. This is just a single sleeve. Exactly the same music. There's no extra tracks or anything, but it did come with a poster. There's something else in here? No. Did come with a poster, but I will show you that it came in these little sleeves. I played this not too long ago too. Both of these record sleeves are the same, these inner sleeves. But it's got that little badge in the corner, which I think is cool. And this is what it looks like. This is it. A little 10-inch record. All right, side A, side B. So you can fit 3 songs or 2 songs on a side. The second record looks identical. So I won't bother showing you that, but I will. Oh, look at this. I will show you the poster that came with it, which is kind of cool. I actually did hang this up on a wall, and it's one of the few times I would do that. I did that with Dark Side of the Moon's couple of posters, and I did that with this. But that's basically it, man. I didn't hang many posters. So there you go. You get this lovely poster that came with this 10-inch record set. All right. It did get a little dinged up. Here, I'll put this back here. I have more stuff to show. I have more stuff to show than I even remember. Yeah. So, but another great album, Message in a Bottle, Reggatta de Blanc, It's All Right for You. The other one's a complete bullshit. Bring on the Night, Death Wish, Walking on the Moon on Any Other Day, The Bed's Too Big Without You, Contact, and Does Everyone Stare, and No Time This Time. They're all really good songs. Of course, you got Stewart on the drums, and he actually wrote some of the music on that first album and this album. I think he wrote It's All Right for You. I think that's his. All Noises by the Police and all arrangements by the Police. All right, so that's this. What I should do is really get a 12-inch of this album, so I don't have to keep flipping these. Or I could get the CD. Well, actually, I already have the CD. But I sure do like playing these records. I love it. It really does take me back. So here's their third album, Zenyatta Mandata. Another nonsense title. This is a domestic pressing. It's a domestic pressing on A&M Records. Rather than pull that out, I'll just go ahead and pull out the inner sleeve. If anybody hasn't seen this, this is what it looks like. They got the pyramid concept going on the cover, and they kept with that on the inner sleeve. It's another freaking great album with great songs. Sting was sort of really taken over here, I guess, at this point. I think he wrote all of these except for Behind My Camel. I think that was Andy Summers. Andy got a track on the first album as well. Be My Girl, Sally. Good job, Andy. Such a great, silly little song. Here's the fourth one, Ghost in the Machine. And man, I love this album. Another domestic pressing. Here's your inner sleeve. You can find these guys. You can find their images in here if you look very closely. They're in there. Ghosts in the Machine. And yeah, even the domestic pressing has custom label. So there you go. I love this album. It's so good. And quite frankly, one of my favorite songs by the Police is Darkness, which was by Stewart. Stewart wrote that. Absolutely brilliant song. And I liked it so much that I took some audio software and I managed to, I liked it so much that I wanted to extend it. I wanted it to go on forever. But my version doesn't go on forever, but it was extended simply by looping different parts of the song. I was able to extend it, and then it fades out like the album version, but it does go on for an extra minute and a half, 2 minutes, because I just love it so much. I just think it's such a brilliant piece of music. So it's actually on my YouTube page somewhere further down. You just gotta scroll downward if you want to check it out. A lot of people said that they really liked it, and I always appreciate that. So but anyway, what a great album this is. Really good stuff on here. And then, of course, their last album, Synchronicity. And again, this is another domestic pressing. This, I think that... Well, anyway, there were different designs. There were some that had... that didn't have colored bars going across it. Some were gold. I think those are relatively rarer than these ones with the colored bars. But again, that's just a gimmick, man, that I can't really get into. Uh, I like this album a lot too. A lot of really good stuff. Again, Stewart is it's Stewart's contributions that I really have to say I like a lot. Although I do like "Oh My God," what a great piece of music that is. "Mother" is a bizarre tune by Andy. But Miss Gradenko is a really great song by Stewart, and I absolutely love it. Of course, then you get to side two, and it's all, I believe that's all Sting. And Sting's a great songwriter, man. There's no question about it. And you get a lyric this time, for once, with their last album, you get a lyric sheet, so you get to know what the heck is everybody's singing about. But what a great album. And I think, here, I think that this is, this album has, it's rather opaque. Oh yeah, it came with a, it is, oh yeah, definitely. It is, it's got a custom, custom labels, right? Side one. And side one is black. Side two is white, but with the same bars going across, basically. And yeah, check it out. You'll see what I'm talking about. Look at this. You can actually, yeah, it's got some kind of a thing going on here. It's a little purplish. Isn't that neat? Check your album out if you have this album, because you will probably find that it does the same thing as mine's doing here. It's got that purple hue to it. Huh? Get back in there. A lot of you probably have this color vinyl record and you didn't even know it. Now, I think that only the domestic pressings have that. And I don't know if all of them do, but this is an early pressing that does. So if that's something that interests you or fascinates you or whatever, go check it out. Go check it out. Go ahead, check it out. Let's get this back. Oh, whoops. Let's get this back in here in a way that I want it to be in here. And there it is. I know that the Police have some live albums out. If they're on vinyl, I didn't get any. But I'm not done yet with these 12-inch records. I do have, from Synchronicity, there were several singles, and I do have Wrapped Around Your Finger. This has some tracks on it that are non-album tracks. Well, not on the, they're not on Synchronicity anyway, if they're on any album. But Wrapped Around Your Finger has Someone to Talk To on the Beast. There's four songs on here, two aside. So you get Wrapped Around Your Finger and Someone to Talk To, which was by Andy, I believe. I like it too. I really like this one by Andy. Andy's are usually very strange and bizarre, and that makes them really interesting. But sometimes I don't like them all that much, but I have to admit, Someone to Talk To is kind of cool. It's got an urgency to it that is cool, and of course Stewart's drumming is good. And then you get Message in a Bottle live, the live version of Message in a Bottle. And you get the song I Burn For You. And I think that this is a studio version of I Burn For You. I know that Sting did a live version, but I think that this is a studio recording. I think it is. Let me see. Doesn't say. Why you? I want information. I'm not getting it here on this record. Here, that's the A side. This is a British single. These are all British stock releases out of England. All right, and there you go. You get your track listing there, but it doesn't give you any information about the tracks and where they're from, basically. Except track 1. So, it's wrapped around your finger. Let's put on the ceiling fan. I'm getting warm doing this. 4-track, 12-inch single. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Here you get a two-track single. You got an EP with this first one, but this is, you get 2 tracks on this record here. This is Synchronicity. I'm sorry, Synchronicity 2. And you get, on the B-side, Once Upon a Daydream. One of the most dreariest, more depressing tunes ever. You know what they should have done? This is my thought. What they should have done was kind of like what XTC did with their 3rd album, where when they put the lyric sheet in there, it had all the lyrics from the first 2 albums, in the Drums and Wires album. If you're familiar with XTC, and if you like the Police, you probably are, I would think. But all they needed to do was just, add the lyrics, or include the lyrics from all their B-sides. That would have been a really good idea. Marketing. Think. And Once Upon a Daydream, well, maybe you don't want to know what the hell he's singing about because it's really dreary and very sad and just a horrible story. But it's beautiful music. It's beautiful music, and I don't know, man. I actually love that song, Once Upon a Daydream, but it is it's not. It's no Hallmark movie, man, I'll tell you that. Let's put it that way. Not everybody likes Hallmark movies, so there you go. And here's, actually there were only 3 singles from this album. 3 12-inch records out of England. And the 3rd one is, I believe that's true anyway, and the 3rd one is King of Pain. And this was a late acquisition. You can give it a, I didn't even put the record in a lined sleeve. That I should have done. But the B-side is Tea in the Sahara live. It's a live version. Right, just come with these red labels, and Tea in the Sahara is the track on the B-side. Yeah, this thing slightly more beat up than I wish it were. Slightly more, but not too bad. Very good plus. What would you think? Very good plus. Look at it. Look carefully at it and tell me. What do you think? Very good plus. Slight ring wear. Maybe slight more ring wear in the back. I would say very good plus. Because I've seen a lot worse. I'm pretty happy with this. This is all right. And then there is Don't Stand So Close to Me, 86. So they were going to do greatest hits, and then they were going to re-record all these songs, all their songs, and put that out as their greatest hits. And I think it was Stewart who broke his arm or something. Something happened to him. They managed to get a couple in the bag, but then they couldn't do any more recording, and so they put out their greatest hits with Don't Stand So Close to Me, the 86 remix. Of course, they have, on this 12-inch single, they have, oh brother, I'm getting messages, man. I can't help it but get distracted by these messages. I gotta somehow turn that off. But anyway, you get Don't Stand So Close to Me, 86 dance mix, which is which is 6 minutes and 32 seconds. You get Don't Stand So Close to Me, 86, I guess this is the regular release that's on the album. That's 4:47. I'll just pull the record out. And you get Don't Stand So Close to Me, original version, which is really what they should have been releasing as the greatest hits. Why would you re-record them all anyway? I mean, what's the point? Well, I guess if you want to give everybody something different, that would be interesting. I wouldn't mind that, actually. So maybe why not put the greatest hits out and then re-recordings as make it a double record set, make that a bonus album or something for people who want to hear something different. See? Marketing. Then they have Don't Stand So Close to Me live, which is 3 minutes and 40 seconds. I guess that Stewart was drinking a lot of coffee that day and he just played a lot faster. But anyway, that's the last 12-inch record that I have by these guys. And I think I played this once. I think it's interesting. They're interesting recordings, but I think it was Stewart just programmed a drum machine, so it's not even him playing the actual drums. And let's face it, Stewart's such a good drummer. I want to hear him play. I want to hear that. All right, we're all done with the LPs. We're all done with the 12-inch singles. We're all done with that. Here is my singles collection, my 7-inch records collection. And again, it's all relatively chronological. So the very first single is going to be a re-release of their very first single. This is not an original release. There were several repressings of this record. Nothing Achieving and Fallout. And they got Padovani. Who was it? Henry Padovani on guitar. This is before Andy was in the mix. So you got Sting here, and you got Stewart there, and you got this guy here. More of a punk player, I guess, than... Because I don't know where Henry's from. I don't know if he was with some other band or if he joined the band after he was with the Police. I don't really know anything about poor Henry. This re-release was on Illegal Records, or is on Illegal Records. So I really shouldn't have this record, but I have it. Fallout's actually the A side, and Nothing Achieving. Yeah, this is the B side. So, and it was fun because when I pulled out their first album, when I got done playing the album, I pulled out these singles with some, you know, obviously these two tracks aren't on any record, are not on any of their albums, and there is one or two. A Dead End Job is a non-album B-side. Here's all right, now. Now what I'm showing you are 5 out of 6 of these are blue, and we're with the XTC, the Police 6-pack, which was a vinyl, a collection of their like re-released singles. They're all on blue vinyl. They come with a little lyric insert, and they came in this vinyl package. I just pretty much discarded the vinyl package because I found it really annoying, and I just stuck these in here. That's probably, you know, it's something that I rarely do as a collector. Normally I would keep it all in the original packaging, but in this particular case, it's one of those rare moments where I just said, you know what, I don't want these records in this stupid vinyl package, and I just got rid of it. I kept it somewhere in a box, and I think eventually that box, in many moves back and forth all over the country, I ended up discarding it basically, and there's no need for it because I ain't selling it anyway. But this is what you get. You get this picture sleeve, and I don't believe that this was an original picture sleeve. I think it's like a newer design. I think there was maybe a different picture sleeve when this single was originally released, because I believe this is their very first single. Well, I'm sorry, after that one, I think this is the first one with Andy, all right, from their first album. Anyway, it's Roxanne and Peanuts. Both songs are on the album. It's a beautiful blue record, and you see that it has the design of the label is kind of based on designs from their second album, Regatta de Blanc, because when they put the 6-pack out, they released it right around after the time Regatta de Blanc was released. This is a British, that 6-pack was a British concept, a British release. So you get Roxanne and Peanuts. Sounds great, and it's a beautiful blue record. And you know, when I was into buying records and this 6-pack came out, I just could not, there's no way I was going to not get this. It wasn't that expensive, I don't believe. At the time, it was probably like 29 bucks or something. And you get these, I don't know, look at this guy. Little, all right. So you get the words for both songs on the single. Sting. Yeah, released in 1980, this came out. So, yeah, this was probably released right before the third album. That's my guess. Anyway, it's nice to have this. It's nice to have that whole 6-pack. Here's So Lonely. No Time This Time. I'm not sure what was released first or second or third with, you know, because there were 3 singles from that first album. There you go. You get the same design. No Time This Time. What? All right, here's the actual sleeve. Here they are walking around down there. Wherever down there is. And you get So Lonely and No Time This Time. You get the words. Of course, they're available online anyway, wherever online is sold. And you get Andy just chilling out. Man, Andy was a great addition to this band. Man, did he add a lot of sounds. Great guitar player, Andy is. Probably overlooked a lot of times by fans. Probably, I say, because I think fans focus on Sting and Andy. That's just what I think. So tell me if I'm wrong. Ooh. Here's Can't Stand Losing You. Man, I love this. I love this song, and I love singing along to this stuff too. And I was going nuts doing my Sting impression, and I'm probably driving the neighbors nuts. But I was actually doing a pretty good job, which, you know, when you hit my age, man, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that you could actually hit those notes. Most of them, not all of them. So, Can't Stand Losing You, right? And Dead End Job. Dead End Job. Non-album track. Oh, and then you get this insert. Right, with the words, of course, on the B side. On the back of that picture, anyway. Hold on a minute. That's cool. Then I got Message in a Bottle. Now, I don't know I cannot remember for the life of me why I didn't get a blue pressing of Message in a Bottle. I think I got a duplicate of one of the other records, and it was blue, but I didn't have Message in a Bottle. I'm gonna pop this out because I don't like these dots. Get out of here. So, but I did have a domestic pressing of the song I had a domestic pressing of Message in a Bottle with Landlord on the B side. Well, look at that. Check this out. A lot of A&M records had this characteristic, even the singles, where it was opaque. All right. So, yeah, you can see it right through it. You can see right through it. Yeah, but I don't have a blue copy of it because I think it was, that's what it was. That I had a duplicate of one of the other records, and I just gave that to a friend of mine. I think it was Pete Davies, quite frankly. Might have been, maybe I didn't. I don't remember. But I do have this, I do have the domestic pressing, and it was the same songs anyway, Message in a Bottle and Landlord. Came with this little picture, and you got the words on the back. So, so there you go. And I have to say, I do like that picture sleeve. I love it. I think that's beautiful. What came with the domestic single was this poster. And there you go, you got this poster. There you go. And of course, that's what the sleeve kind of looked like, I guess. If you didn't get the poster, I guess you got, well, I don't know if it was just a white sleeve if you didn't get a poster. I don't even know. All right, but this is what you got in the record store, and you bring it home and you open it up and you get that poster of the three guys. And Landlord is a live track from Propaganda. And it doesn't fit in that little plastic sleeve, which is why I kept it with that 10-inch record, 2-record set. Here's Walking on the Moon. This is from the, now you're back to the, well, the cover was from the 6-pack, but the records are, the other 2 records are from the 6-pack as well. So they're blue. Visions of the Night was the B-side. Walking on the Moon and Visions of the Night. Another non-album track. Get out of there. Here's the picture of Stewart. All right. If you want to see Stewart. Right. And then there was an extra, single that came with the 6-pack with a different version, an unreleased mono version, The Bed's Too Big Without You, which I learned was actually a re-recording for a video that was shown in the UK, I believe. I just learned that not too long ago. So that's where this came from. Right, here you go. You get the same design. I don't know why I'm showing it to you like that. And then you get a very cool, very interesting version of Truth Hits Everybody. A totally different recording of the Truth Hits Everybody, which I think may have been available as a double single set. I think so, but I'm not sure of that. And I don't think that that version of Truth Hits Everybody was released on their box set. So it's kind of a rarity. Right? So you get this live shot, which is cool, man. Sting and Andy taking off. All because Stewart is a maniac on the drums. That's what I say. So, there's the 6-pack. Oh my God almighty. Get back in there. All right, and then, there is one more. Oh. Yeah, here's what I got from, I have a whole bunch more singles. What am I talking about here? Here you go. This is the special limited edition. It's here, you can read it, right? Special limited edition, The Police. Message in a Bottle picture disc single. It's a police badge. It includes the previously unreleased at the time live version of Message in a Bottle. So you get Message in a Bottle. Here you open it up and you get to see these guys, right? And right, you get this Message in a Bottle, this little disc, and you get this, the live version. All right, and you can see it's a record because you can see there's grooves in there, man. There's grooves in that there record. And I remember I brought this I actually had this, I was going to college at Trenton State, and I pulled out this record, and I was like showing my friends this record. And I went and put the needle on, and it starts hitting the edge of the record, and I went, ah! Somehow it didn't damage the needle. That makes no sense. But this is actually, I mean, it's playable, and it's, you know, it's a little bit noisy. It's like picture discs were back then in the late 70s, early 80s. But I don't know how the hell that stylus that should have just got clocked right off my record player. I don't get it. Amazing. I went, whew. That was nuts. But yeah, people were like, whoa, cool. And of course I chumped it. As you know, sometimes you do. Sometimes it happens, man. So anyway, there you go. I don't know where I got this thing from, but I think I need to cut this off. There. See? So much better. It's like you're orbiting the Earth listening to this music. I kind of dig it. Oh man. So all right, but anyway, yeah, message in a bottle. And then you move on to Zenyatta Mondatta, and this is the British release of the do 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 da da da. A&M Records, of course, and it had this cool custom label. B-side is a song called A Sermon. I believe that was Stuart, sorry, Stuart Copeland, whoops. Stuart got the B-side of this single. And it's funny because offhand right now at the moment, I can't even remember how A Sermon goes. So I think that Zenyatta Mondatta might be one that I pull out and play. It's been a while. And as a matter of fact, that was an album that I tend to listen to around Christmas time, because I think that's around when it came out when I was going to school. So yeah, I think so. And so I would probably crank that up and crank up these B-sides at the same time after I play the album, which is what I always liked to do. And then this is, it's not a British pressing. It looks like it might be a German pressing. Of Don't Stand So Close to Me. And the B-side is Friends. That's the Andy Summers track. It's bizarre, but it is really actually very cool. Yeah, this was cool. So you do have sort of a custom label for this single. I would like to see what the British release looked like. I'm sure that this was released in England, and I don't know why I didn't get a copy of that. I got this German one with the big hole. But anyway, it's what I ended up with. And it's good pressing, nice and clean. And it remains clean, even though I brought it to college. Nobody fucked with my records in college, thank God. Or they would have had to deal with a maniac, because I would not have tolerated it. No fucking way, man. So, yeah. People in college can be really unruly and really nasty, but everybody was cool. Here's the domestic release of the do 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 da da da, and Friends is on the B-side of the American pressing. And this was pressed with an interesting label variation, a custom label. I like that. Oops. If you like those sort of things, and that's the kind of thing I like. You know, instead of the regular A&M logo, you get something kind of cool. So dig it, man. Of course, they were lazy with the actual sleeve. It's identical on both sides. But it is in mint shape, man. I don't see any ring wear on there. You see any ring wear on my record? On my sleeve? No. It's in mint shape. here is the domestic release of Don't Stand So Close to Me. And the B-side is Stuart's Sermon. And this is Purplish. This is Purplish if you want to check it out. You see? Yeah, you can actually see it's kind of purplish. You know, doesn't really stand out though on these singles. It's really kind of hard to see it, whereas on that one album that I showed, it really stood out. It's kind of cool, kind of a neat little presentation, I think. Let me check this single out. Just curious. Oh yeah, this has kind of got a reddish purplish kind of a hue to it as well. So, but I'm not gonna waste any time with that light. All right, so here we go. And now you get to Ghost in the Machine. And there were 3 British singles released from Ghost in the Machine. Invisible Sun. Again, they're so lazy. It's identical. Somebody got cheap, man. I don't know why. But anyway, I took care of this. There's 0 ring wear. You don't see a lot of wrinkles in it. You don't see any real solid bends in these covers because I took really good care of it. And by the way, these records are black as could be. You're not going to be able to see through these records. There's no purple hue or anything. I'll tell you what, man, though. I think that the police, well, the record company, somebody dropped the ball, if you ask me, because the video version of Invisible Sun was an extended version of the song, and it ran for like maybe another minute and a half. Quite frankly, it went for a long time, and it was really kind of cool. And it actually had kind of a hard ending where Sting sang a little bit of like a coda or whatever you want to call it at the end of the song. It was just really cool. All I want is a place somewhere far away from the cold night air. And that's not available on any record. It's really a shame that it's not on the album. All right, but if you didn't want to put it on the album, why not extend the single? You know, this is 3 minutes and 35 seconds. You could fit 5 minutes on a record, so why not just put it on here? If that was ever done, this is not a version that this is not. It's not on this record here, but it did have a great B-side called Shambell, which is credited to Andy Summers, and it's a really great instrumental. Shambell. Yeah, Shambell is, this is one of the B-sides on the British single, because I think all the B-sides from these British singles were also available on American singles. But one of them is longer than the American counterpart. Let's see if I can find which one that was. Chambel is 5 minutes and 42 seconds. So, let's go straight to the American releases. Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic and Chambel. So here's the American. Oh boy. Here's the American release. All right. Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic. So you get this really beautiful picture sleeve. It's got Chambel on the B side. Yeah, 506. It is Chambel. Chambel is a shorter version. It's only 506. And on the British release, it's 542. So there you go, man. So if you are a collector and you're looking for that song on the B-side, that B-side single track, Chambel, get the British version. It's longer. It looks like this. All right? I think there's actually a little bit of a hi-hat bit by Stewart that's actually truncated off of that version as well. And apparently, when they put the Police CD box set, that 4 CD box set out, it was that version, that shorter version that's on there. So there you go. Something to know. Here is Spirits in the Material World. All right. The B-side is Low Life, a great song by Sting. An excellent song by Sting. And here's Spirits in the Material World and Low Life. Right. Right. This particular package, here's the actual sleeve. But it came, this particular release came with a poster. So let's pull out the poster and show the poster. And I don't remember even looking at this poster, quite frankly. So let's see what, wow. Well, oh, well, there you go. It's a two-sided poster. Right? So that's kind of cool. Two-sided poster, man. So you get to now you get to see this. This guy's just sitting around in the dark with Stewart's ball sack is practically staring you right in the face. Stewart, calm down, Stu. I love these guys, though. I do. I love the Police, obviously. I love the Police. And I do like Stewart, and certainly love his output as Clark Kent and as himself. Low Life is an excellent tune. Oops. Now, how did this fit? Oh, it did fit like this. Yep. tight fit, but it just makes it. Which actually I kind of like that anyway, so there you go. Low Life. I don't think Low Life was available. Yeah, that was a B-side that was not available. And Flexible Strategies, which is on the B-side of this. Every little thing she does is magic. Flexible Strategies is a neat little instrumental as well. 3 minutes and 42 seconds of pure spasm. Purely spastic. All right, but there you go. That's the A side. And about as clean a copy as you will find anywhere ever. Clean and crisp. All right. Here is an A side and a B side that was only available, I think, in America. Maybe there may be some other territories as well, but anyway, I got this domestic pressing of Secret Journey. And one of my favorite B-sides ever, Darkness. And of course, this is just on the A&M red label, you know. Let's see if you can see through this one. Yeah, another red, another like auburn or magenta or burgundy. That's what this is. Another burgundy pressing by A&M Records. So, but what a great, two great songs actually. Secret Journey, I think, is great. But Darkness, check it out, man. If you like the song Darkness, check out the extended version on my channel, which is down there somewhere on my channel, my YouTube channel. And now we move on to Every Breath You Take and Murder by Numbers. A great song by, Low Life was a great song by Sting, but Murder by Numbers is just outrageous. Another burgundy pressing by A&M Records. They're all red, and it's really cool, quite frankly, I think, that they're all red. I thought it was black, but it's not. It's actually kind of a burgundy color. So Murder by Numbers is a non-album track. And if you want to hear Sting do another version of it live, pick up Frank Zappa's album. What is it? Broadway the Hard Way. Pick that up. Get it on CD. I don't know if it's on the 12-inch, the LP version, but it's definitely on CD. Sting sings with Zappa's band and does Murder by Numbers. And he does a beautiful job. Murder by Numbers. I would not recommend actually doing Murder by Numbers. I wouldn't follow through with that recipe that Sting dishes out in the song because it's illegal. And it's also not the right thing to do. But it makes a great song. And it gives those televangelists something to bitch about too. Whack jobs. So anyway, here is Wrapped Around Your Finger. I think that this British release came with different colored front covers. I think it was actually different. I think you could find it in yellow and red and blue. But I got a blue one. and I'm fine with that. The B-side is Someone to Talk To, on that non-album track that was on the 12-inch. As you saw earlier, if you were watching and you didn't fall asleep, here is Synchronicity 2 and this is, oh, I don't have the 7-inch British release, but I do have, that version of Truth Hits Everybody. That was just a live version from the 6-pack. I was mistaken when I was talking about the Truth Hits Everybody being a rare studio version. This is the rare studio version. It is on a German pressing of Synchronicity 2. My mistake. I believe this is a German. Oh man, my eyes. And this lighting doesn't help. And of course I get glare from this plastic, so let me make sure. Oh, this says market made in Holland. So this is a Holland pressing, a Dutch pressing. And here, I want to show you. All right, Synchronicity 2. And the B-side, it says Truth Hits Everybody. It says remix. Don't believe it. This is not a remix of the Truth Hits Everybody. This is an entirely different recording, 3.5 minutes long. Holy mackerel. Well, I'm almost done anyway, so. But it's a totally different recording. And it is not on the box set. And I don't even know if the live version of Truth Hits Everybody is on the box set. I think it is. When I do a video of my CD police collection, you know, we can get into the nitty-gritty of that, I guess. But the version of Truth Hits Everybody, a rare studio re-recording, it says remix, but it's not a remix. It's a re-recording of the song. It's a different version altogether. There's no way that it's a remix, because it would sound a lot like the album version, and that's not the case at all. So this is a Holland pressing of Synchronicity 2 with that version of Truth Hits Everybody. All right. And I don't have a British pressing of that 7-inch single, but I do have the 12-inch pressing, and that works for me. Here's King of Pain. It's got a freaking hole in it in the single sleeve. I wonder why. Stupid record store, if they hung this on the wall. Maybe that's where I got this from. King of Pain and Tea in the Sahara live. All right. Just a smaller version of my 12-inch single that I showed you earlier from England. This is an English pressing as well. And even though the cover has, I guess this must have been hanging in a store like this, you know. Some asshole from the record store said, hey, let's display our singles this way. And so there's a hole in it. Look, isn't that great? Why don't we just damage the product and we'll sell that? You jerk. What are you thinking? You stupid schmo. So 2 more left, man. I'm almost done. Synchronicity 1. a Japanese pressing of Synchronicity 1, which I don't know if this was available as an A-side or even as a B-side and in any other territory, but it was available in Japan with the song Someone to Talk To on the B-side. And of course, yeah, Synchronicity 1, not Synchronicity 2. There are two different versions on the album, but anyway, here you go. And Someone to Talk To is on the B-side. These funky Japanese pressings are kind of neat. Oops. Let's get it right. And so serious. Especially Stuart. He's got that serious look in his eye, look on his face. But I love him. I love that guy. And then Don't Stand So Close to Me 86. This is a domestic pressing of the single, and the live version is on the B-side, and that is everything I have on vinyl by the Police. That probably won't change. So anyway, that's over an hour and 15 minutes, so have a great day.